Okay, alright. So here is the fourth video about Rocco, where actually I go into the 99 of the deck itself. Okay, so just put aside. Oh, of course, over here we have the core cards. Your unique experience over here. It's shown earlier in the first few videos. We'll just put it down, and then we will look at the accompanying the rest of the gang. Of course, it's a two-card combo, as you already know. Allows you to have a bunch of, allows you to block. Allows you to block using this before. Lure to get them to block. Earthquake for a lot of damage. This is just a backup. Lost Aromancer is to tutor the enchantment. Moon, the credit is to get the enchantment. Is Arena is just another way to fight. Wow. Okay. Colors fighting. Comet Storm is for you to, when you have a high X, you just hit a few of them, then one player is going to die. Clan defines the same thing. You can kill a flyer, you can target one fellow over here, and then can target one player. Star Storm is actually just a bunch of damage. Blackfurn's Act of Coach, Magma Quick, of course, is okay, right? So this is the rest of the gang that is it's a synergized with the core cards over here. These ones are the utility. Okay, Flame Donkavu, if you need to kill off somebody's commander or something. Reclamation Siege, basically. It exile a target creature of each player, just in case you run into those unblockable, really problematic stuff. Carry transformation is to get them out of the picture. Vendor Blast, Ray of Revelation. Hopefully 2 hits will be enough for the rest of the game. Source the Power Shares, Reclamation Siege, and just the basic utility creatures. The important thing about the deck is actually we are talking about ram and bounce. Okay, so we'll just put all of them away because that is the earlier part. Now we are talking about ram and bounce. We will talk about bounce first because you actually notice that once you have your ram, and when you start to cast your commander down, okay, all right, the next turn you have a lot of mana available for you because you have ram a lot, so you actually need a bounce to bounce him back, your commander back to your hand, and then you recast him to use the mana that you have. Okay, all right. So for the bounce part, of course, we have the Sabertooth, a very popular bounce card in green. Of course, you will notice that the Sabertooth plus the Rocco and with the Dogs side Extortionist is a usually infinite mana one, yes, but it's definitely not in this deck because that's not how I play. Okay, never mind. That's another story for another day. If not, then you can have this as well. Every upkeep it bounce a creature back, and then of course you have your colorless version, the Heretic Porter to bounce. All right, usually 3 will be enough because depending on your situation, the first card that you tutor might not be this fellow. Depending on the situation, it might be this fellow, Sabertooth, depending on the board state. If you can still get away with it, then you don't need a emergency blocker. Then you can have this fellow down and then get your engine on. Why do I say like something like this is usually sufficient? Because you see you can actually tutor for him. It's for them. All right. And then of course in this package as well, you have your Eternal Witness, you also have another 3 creatures that allows you to get stuff back from your graveyard. So the redundancy actually is quite high. All right, you can tutor for a combination of these, and then with RAM and bound, with the RAM that you have, you can do quite a lot of things. All right, so okay, all right, so let's put them aside. So that's the bounce part. Okay, so we go to the RAM part. Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, okay, that's okay. So we go to the card drawing part. Is where of course you can't really just rely the deck. It's on the engine, it's on the, so you get commune with lava, the white draw, sunset pyramid just a normal draw, harmonize just a normal draw. This is a tutor, why not, since you are already playing some kind of a tutor to start with. War of Blossoms is a defender, and gets you some card. This also gets you some card, hopefully. It draws a card, and then it draws card as well. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, around there. So you can hit one of them. Yeah, okay, so there's card drawing. Next one, we will go to the mana dogs, or the RAM part. Of course, you can see here there's quite a bit, because there's no wonder you will need at least at least 5. So you will need 8 mana as soon as possible in that sense. All right, okay. So you got your mana dog over here. Guarded Lotus is Tutors of Forest. It's just like a lousy Kodama Ridge, but it's a blocker. Fire is worse than Kodama Ridge for sure. Fire Diamond. This one you can replace with actually like Kodama Ridge for sure. If you really okay. If you have your fetch lands, then you get a land drop, mana, and card draw. If you are really desperate, RAM eventually, card draw, mana, of course. Okay, this is over here for extra mana. Can be cultivate, okay. Blocker and gets you a land in your hand. Mana dot and fix your mana. Okay, RAM and color fixing. All right, so it's a whole bunch. It's over here. This bunch is actually basically seasoned to your own expectations. If you want more, you put more. It's an all in. Okay, all right. Then we go to the land part over here. Now I'm going to try to stick this in less than 10 minutes. Okay, just a bunch of lands over here. Okay. What you will definitely notice is over here we have a lot of forests. We have a lot of forests over here, and then we hardly had any. Mountain and plains. Actually, in total, you probably have only like 3 mountains and 2 plains. Yeah, 3 mountains. That's all. And another plain. So you can see that the only mountain and plains is just 5 of them, and the rest is actually the basic lands are actually forests. Why? Because you only cast this fellow is the X is usually 5. So by the time that you ram and you get your mana dogs, you have fixed your color for white and red. So it makes like the mana base very easy for the basic land type, because what you actually need is just a whole bunch of forests to kickstart this one's off, and they will fix your mana, is for sure. All right. So here we have for it the EDH deck for this fellow over here, the Closet Commander being this fellow, and the. Alright, so I will end the video over here. Okay, thanks for joining. Hopefully you have fun.